Hey, how you doing? This is Chaya here,
And yes, this is Dylan, and we're
and we are
back.
saying hi today. Today is Saturday, celebrating for us the last day of summer for us because we're returning to work on in a couple of days after Labor Day here in New York City. And yes, we just want to say hi and see how you're doing and tell you a little bit of ourselves today.
Yeah, we also want to thank you for watching our very first video that we did about a week ago. And yeah, we just want to say thank you to everybody who's subscribed and also to talk about, we did mention summer, but summer doesn't officially end until September 22nd. So
Well,
summer's not quite
yeah.
over, but yeah, a lot of people are back to work after Labor Day, back on the grind.
Yes.
And sometimes people don't feel so great about that, but I think we have to be happy that we do have jobs, some of us, and some
Very
people are probably
grateful.
still looking for work. So
Yes, definitely. Our vacations were or have been quite interesting, ups and downs in many ways. More emotions in one side than the other, but still we are grateful that we had vacations. I remember the times that I had to work every day in a gym as a fitness instructor in those times, and I never had vacations. And if I wanted to have any day off, I knew that I didn't have any compensation for it, any benefits about it. So this is very grateful time for me to understand that I'm able to work and at the same time to have vacations to enjoy with my family and friends and to do my projects, especially my music projects.
yeah, which is a lot of that coming up. But a lot of people complain about 9 to 5 jobs, and saying that only normal people have 9 to 5 jobs. But there's a lot to say about a 9 to 5 job, which is very consistent pay, retirement, pensions, 401ks, time off, a consistent check that is coming every week, every month, every other week. A lot of times these YouTubers, and we're on YouTube now, we've been for a while, but there's something that's not said about being an influencer or somebody on YouTube, and that it's not what it looks like all the time. The money is not consistent. You don't have retirement plans. They can shut you down at any point. So
And
there's
that
a lot
platform
of
don't
risk,
belong to you.
and it really doesn't.
Me as an artist, especially, I could do much more. I say as an artist, performing outside and trying to get my earnings every day from music. But that's another topic that we're gonna develop later on. Music is not what they say it is. When you are not ready to sell your soul for the little coin for you to supply to your family and to yourself, it's very hard. And for me to be an independent artist, female artist, producer myself, and singer-songwriter, and being my own machinery to put up there is very hard. It's very hard to get the recognition. It's very hard to get the compensation as an artist. It's very hard to get the respect. So that's another topic that we will discuss later on. But in the meantime, my mantra is just be myself, enjoy my life, be grateful to what I have, to be able to express my music, my art, everything that I do, and at the same time to be able to have a family, and more importantly, to be able to serve others through my other skills that the Lord gave me to provide as a healthcare provider. So that is something that the artist nowadays has to keep in mind. It's good to have art as an probably a way of income, but I suggest them to look for plan A, B, and C, because it's not exactly what the YouTubers and what the big time artists let you know it is, because it's not true.
Yeah, and I think a lot of big time artists, they have a team. Chai is her team. She is the team, including me, but just us. And a lot of times, all the creative juices and all the creative output is Chai. I'm there to help her express that and put that out to the public. But there's a misconception about the big time artists. They basically do nothing but have assistants for everything. So,
yeah, I think we all are artists, but we don't want to keep ourselves out of the topic, which is the summer, enjoying the summer. What I suggest is that in summertime, not only enjoy that free time that you have with your loved ones, but also you had a little bit of time to pick it up and do something extra, especially me as a singer-songwriter. If I had a chance to write a song or I get inspired to write a song, that's what I do. I take a little time within the frame time that we have to celebrate to get that inspiration out, because sometimes the inspiration comes in, and if you don't take it right there as an artist, later on with so many things in life, you forget. And it's not the same intensity, it's not the same way,
Yeah.
So.
And remember, summer is not over. And
No, it's not.
this has been a very cool few weeks, but usually at this time of year, it could be at its hottest.
Yeah.
September could be very hot, 90 plus, humidity. So we have plenty of days, even through October, because, the weather's been getting warmer longer. The thing that people talk about, global warming, some people believe it, some people don't. But there's definitely changes in what's going on
We think
in
it
the
is.
weather.
As a matter of fact, one of those reasons why, when we actually were in Dominican Republic, in Punta Cana exactly, maybe we went into the wrong time, because we couldn't enjoy the beach. Could you imagine, we went to Punta Cana, the most touristic area in Dominican Republic in our summertime, for the first time traveling to Punta Cana, and we couldn't enjoy the beach. It was full of sargassum. If I understand, this is a lot of seaweed.
Yeah.
Seaweed that is dusted into the sea, and Mother Nature is responding not only because of that, but also because of the deforestation that men have been doing. It's a lot of construction, a lot of buildings, a lot of thing going on over there. Not only over there, but also in Mexico, and I think also Chile.
Yeah.
And on top of that, all the waste that human beings throw into the rivers and the sea, all of that convoluted, and of course create this, I could say, it's like a dirt coming from the same sea, and it's horrendous. You cannot even take the water at least to see how it is, the sand through your hands, because it smells horribly like you're doing doodle. It's horrible.
Excrement, yeah.
It's very upsetting. And then all the most of the places, the Airbnbs, which we love,
Along the beaches,
along the beaches are totally lonely.
Yes.
And the smell, you cannot even stay in the swimming pool because the smell that comes from the sea is outrageous. It's horrible. You have to be practically to be enclosed in your area, or try to go to other areas where that smell is not as intense.
Yeah, like she said, we just came back from Punta Cana. We had an Airbnb right near the beach, and sargassum was something we heard about when other YouTubers talked about Punta Cana. They talked about this seaweed called sargassum, which rhymes with you know what. Yes. And we thought about it, we saw it, but they never showed it the way we saw it when we got there. So when we got there, we drove into our Airbnb. You could smell it through the car. It smells like a waste, like a sewage plant.
Yes, rotten food,
or human waste.
Yes,
and it was everywhere for weeks and weeks. We were there the whole week. We couldn't use the beach. And we've seen a lot of YouTube videos about Punta Cana in particular. And we're not beating up Punta Cana. We love it, and we plan on going back. We might even invest there. Maybe we have. We don't know. But we couldn't use it. It was unusable. And we do have video we're going to eventually share that we took of our time there in Punta Cana. And you'll see for yourself. It'll be a video that's going to be talking about that in particular. But it's something called sargassum, and it infiltrates Punta Cana and Mexico.
Yeah, but I understand the points of the Dominicans. I had a lot of friends from Dominican Republic, a lot of co-workers from Dominican Republic, and and I love the culture. I'm Colombian myself, and I love the culture, especially the music, because as a musician, we love their music. I love the merengue, the bachatas, the perico ripiao, all. I'm very aware of all the rhythms are there because I'm a musician and an artist, and I understand the dynamics in that aspect. However, they don't. Usually, the YouTubers that you see, or especially the people that goes from the other countries and come to America, to Dominican Republic, I'm sorry, they don't expose that part. And I understand that that's because of the tourism. They want tourists to go and invest and stay there, but we will share with you some of the dynamics that we have been going through also as an investors over there in Dominican Republic. Like I said, I love the country, I love the culture, I have my friends from there. Sometimes I think I tell them that I'm Dominican and they believe it because I'm fluent in Spanish. And I said that I'm from La Romana. Some of them believe it, but then when they ask me what part of La Romana, I just get lost. I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But having said that, spending summer elsewhere, traveling, but there's no place like summer in America and in New York.
Yes.
So
we immediately came back to the beach.
Right.
Yes, we immediately came back. As soon as we hit the airport, 2 days after, we were in the beach, enjoying the beach.
We were thinking about the beaches here while we were in Punta Cana. So.
Yes, could you imagine? Yes, we had to do that because it was a very interesting experience. But things are not the same every day. So we are just open for what the Lord allows us to live and enjoy. We continue sharing with you our experiences. If it results interesting to you, how we are able to manage and all the dynamics between life, between work, family, and then of course our leisure, and more importantly, in my case, art. How I manage and balance art with all my other responsibilities that I have as a wife, mother, and healthcare provider. So it's interesting, the most important thing for me is just giving thanks to God for everything that I have, for all the opportunities that I'm being offered in this country, because this is a wonderful country. Believe it or not, it is, because the opportunities that I have here for me to progress, to be who I am today, my country won't give me that opportunity. And that includes, racism, discrimination, social inequality. It's everywhere, but some parts are more deep than other parts.
Yeah.
And, we also thinking that, or some people think that, America, this. I don't tolerate people talking bad about America, because if you're talking bad about America, why are you still here then? Why you don't take advantage of all the opportunities that they give you, not only to upgrade yourself, but also to serve others, So those are things that we had to discuss. People nowadays, I believe, are kind of, I'm not saying everybody, but most of the people are letting the narrative going into the racism, into the discrimination, into the social inequality, but are forgetting about the most important thing, which is life, and try to adapt. We are unequal anyway. We're never going to be equal to nobody, because we actually are a rainbow of personalities, situations, different dynamics that every single human being entitles, and trying to live together and trying to be together in the same area, it will come out with some different things, So I'm grateful, and the people that are here complaining, I think they should ponder in the opportunities that they may come between their countries or the area they're coming from and this country, and see it. That's my personal opinion. I'm not attacking anybody. I'm not saying, you thinking you're better than me, or I'm not saying absolutely nothing like that. I just express my personal opinion as from my own standpoint of view, how I came into this country and how this country have been opening the doors for people like me to upgrade myself and to serve others. That's the most important thing,
Having been said, there's no place like America, the good and the bad. and no place is
Yes.
perfect, but we've been many places, and there's no place like America.
That is
So we are almost out of time because we won't be able to share this video if it goes any longer. So we want you to enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yes, enjoy your summer.
We will
God
be
bless
back
you.
another week or
And
so.
another time.
And,
continue
we'll
enjoying.
check.
We're putting some little, my little shorts there, or every little snippets of everything that we have been doing. Not necessarily we're gonna put our personal life
already
public.
personal.
I don't wanna
Already
put
personal.
no. I know my personal.
Right.
You know what I mean. My personal details there is not necessary, but just to give you a motivation, just to give you a little bit of uplifting moment that you could also enjoy what you have in your own manner, in your own way, in your own terms, without worrying so much about what is around us, because that's what is keeping us unhappy, unsuccessful, and depressed. And especially for our youth, I'm really concerned about the youth because they are depressed. They don't taking things. I think they're taking things actually for granted. Most of them. This is going to give so much opportunities for them to improve themselves, and I think that they're not thinking. So.
Yeah.
So
I think they're mostly distracted, but that's another conversation. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our
all right,
long-winded
for our
speech.
teaching today. So.